So welcome back to the channel, everyone. Triple M here. Today's video, we're comparing two devices that I've received so many questions, so many comments about. Which device should I get? The On 4K Pro Generation 2 or the older On 4K Plus that's been out for a while? Both devices are going to be great picks either way. Definitely better than Fire TV Stick, had to throw that in there. But when it comes down to it, which one should you pick up? So this video, I'm gonna go through everything, guys, from the hardware, the form factor, the remotes, the speeds, the load times, benchmark, what's really under the hood. And at the end, you should have a clear picture of which one you should get. So we're gonna jump right into it. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Let's go. Alright, so first let's talk about the devices themselves, and let's just start with the overall look and feel. So of course the size difference is going to play a factor. You can see that the On 4K Plus is literally half the size of the On 4K Pro. It is a little bit thicker, but just considering portability, this is going to be a lot easier to move around. As far as just the overall fit and finish, so this is all hard plastics all the way around. It does have some glossier plastics on the edge. Underneath is going to have rubber legs as well. On 4K Pro, the newest one, is going to have a nice mesh finish on top. Feels a little bit more premium in my opinion. It does kind of curve down into the plastic, and the plastic is a flat black all the way around. Underneath we have a reset button, and we do have the rubber legging as well. So overall, just the overall finish goes to the On 4K Pro, just a more premium finish in my opinion. As far as the ports on the device, let's start with the On 4K Plus. The On 4K Plus is going to have two basic ports, HDMI out and USB-C for power. You can use this USB-C for OTG, so you can add additional ports using an OTG cable, but that's an extra accessory that you're going to have to purchase. Two ports, main power, HDMI, and it does have a reset button right here as well. As far as the Pro itself, a lot more ports in the back, a lot more features. So first you're gonna have your mute buttons. So this is for the built-in Google Assistant, which we'll get into here in a little bit. It does have a LAN port, so you can plug in, hardwire this via Ethernet. Should let you guys know this is 100 megabits per second LAN, so you won't get gigabit speeds, but in my testing, it's just better than having nothing at all. It's not gonna be faster than your Wi-Fi for the most part. You're gonna have your HDMI out. You're gonna have a USB 2.0 port, so this will give you the flexibility to add your devices, add storage, add additional ports, whatever you need to do. And it does have the main power, which is also USB-C. Key differences between these two USB-C ports is that the one on the On 4K Pro is only for power, so you can't add storage to this one. The USB port here, you can't add the OTG adapter, so you can do additional ports. So besides the fit and the finish, On 4K Pro is gonna have a better fit and finish. It's gonna have more ports, more features built in. This is gonna be a basic streamer. A couple key things that we should take into consideration, and we're gonna jump into the remote here in a little bit, is that this does have a built-in Google Assistant. So with this, you can control your smart home, you can ask it to answer questions, you can ask it to open applications without having a remote in hand. But that's a real key feature that we definitely have to take into consideration. Now, in addition, this also has a Find My Remote feature. So if your remote was to get lost, all you need to do is press this button right here, and it will send a beep to the remote. And here's what it sounds like. All you gotta do is press it. All right, so you can hear it beeping, pretty loud. All you gotta do to cancel it is press a button. Now, of course, like I mentioned, this is gonna have backlight buttons on the remote that the On 4K Plus does not. So all you need to do is be in a dark space, you press the button, you see they come to life. Like I said, this is gonna be really helpful when using a remote in the dark. Which NBA teams are playing tonight?
Tonight's NBA schedule includes the Atlanta Hawks versus New York Knicks at 7 p.m. Eastern Daylight Saving Time.
All right, so let's put these back a little bit, and let's go ahead and quickly talk about the remote controllers. So for the most part, the remotes are going to look identical, guys, as far as just the overall buttons. Color is going to be different, of course, but you can see everything on this remote is identical for the most part, with the On 4K Plus remote being white and the On 4K Pro being black. So apart from what you see here, the newer On 4K Pro remote in addition to have the Find My Remote feature, it also has backlit buttons on it. So it means that if you're in a dark environment, you press a button, everything will light up, and that way you can kind of see what you're pressing. That's another additional feature built into this device. So overall feature of the new On 4K Pro, more premium, more features, Find My Remote, as well as the backlight, just makes the hardware heavily favor the On 4K Pro 2, but that's only telling half the story. Let's go ahead and hook it up. We're going to take a look at the user interface, load times, as well as a benchmark, and just see which device is actually faster. Before we do anything, let's boot both of these devices up to see which one actually boots up faster. So let's do a couple app startups. I know I got this request a couple of times from folks. So want to launch a couple apps just to kind of see how long it takes to go from pressing the button to launching it and just see if it makes a difference. So 3 apps I'm going to launch: Netflix, Prime Videos, as well as YouTube. So let's start with Netflix. And again, you might not see the difference, but we'll put them side by side to see if it makes a difference. All right, so we'll just stop it here as far as just time from pressing the button to when it shows my profile picture. Next, let's go to Prime Videos. So not too long there as far as when it gets to the profiles, and we'll head over to YouTube. As far as just overall navigation, picture quality, it's going to be the same between the two. Like right now I'm on the On 4K Pro, this is the new one. And if I switch over to the On 4K Plus, you can see that it's just as smooth, guys. The picture quality is going to be the same thing for the most part. But I think the biggest difference between the two as far as performance, and we'll see that when we get there, it's just going to be the RAM. The On 4K Pro 2 does have 3 gigs of RAM, while the On 4K Plus only has 2. Again, it's going to be hard to kind of just notice that. So just a quick side-by-side comparison of the hardware, both of them at AIDA64. On the left, I'm going to have the new On 4K Streaming Pro. On the right, I'm going to have the On 4K Plus. So key differences here: device, the board, which is pretty much the same, but the product name, you can see the difference there. On 4K Pro is going to be Jarvis, and the On 4K Plus is going to be Coffee. Below that, you can see the installed RAM. We have 3 gigs on the On 4K Pro and 2 on the actual On 4K Plus. And of course, that's going to directly correlate to the memory. So the On 4K Pro is going to have more available memory than the Plus. So you can see 2928 megabytes available versus 1917 on 4K Plus. Everything else is pretty much going to be the same, but let's go to the CPU and see the key differences there. The CPU is going to be identical. Both of them is going to be 4-core processor, 2508 megahertz. The version is going to be the same. The revision is going to be the same. The instruction is going to be the same. So under the hood, these are going to have identical CPUs. So display is going to be the same for both as well. DPI might be a little bit different just because of the capture card that I'm using, but both of them are running the Mali G310. So with all that said, we're going to head over to 3D Mark and we're going to do a side-by-side benchmark comparison. All right, so here we are with the benchmark scores, and as you can see that both devices are hovering around the same, with the on 4K Pro coming in a little bit higher. So the on 4K Pro 2, this is generation 2 of course, scoring a 1596, and on 4K Plus score of 1570. Now if you go down to the graphics score, the on 4K Pro scored a 1593 and the on 4K Plus scored a 1589. On the physics score, it's within that margin, with the on 4K Pro scoring a 1606 and the on 4K Plus scoring a 1610. Again, as far as just overall speed, both devices are going to be within that margin of error. With the on 4K Pro is going to have a little bit more load time because of the extra RAM. You might see some performance increases, but both devices are not going to have much in between them. So if you're looking for a device just to plug in, just to stream, you don't care about those extra features, the on 4K Plus is going to be a great pick. However, if you're looking for something with premium features, the built-in Google Assistant, something that's more premium with the Ethernet option, with the extra RAM, you couldn't go wrong with on 4K Pro, guys. This is a great looking device, very sleek, and I think it's worth every penny. So let me know your thoughts in the comments section below. Which device would you pick up if you had $60 right now? Would you pick up 2 on 4K Pluses, or would you pick up 1 on 4K Pro? Of course, I'll leave links to both devices in the description. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments. If you're new to the channel, subscribe, smash the notification bell. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next one.